So this is going to be a little bit of a follow-up video. You guys know that I made a video a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago or something like that, about how I'm starting to like the Daniel Jones pick. It was very split, and it's fair to think that because some people were very happy about it, some people were very pessimistic about it. But I'm really starting to like Daniel Jones, guys. I really am. Just seeing him in, wearing that blue helmet with the NY on the side of him. He looks like a Giants quarterback. So I'm really starting to like Daniel Jones now. And we're having some controversy now. And you guys know I'm starting to be a bigger Daniel Jones fan as the day goes on, and as practice goes on, things like that. But everybody is saying that Pat Shurmur is hinting towards Daniel Jones being the starter week 1, and I just need everybody to calm down. I need everybody to calm down. As much as I want it to be so, I don't think it's going to be so, and I'll get into that in just a second. Now, a couple weeks ago, before OTA started, Pat Shurmur did come out and say that he wants all the players to be ready for week 1, as if they're going to play week 1, whether they played a starting role, whether they played a backup role, or whether, maybe they won't be on the team. He wants everybody to play week 1. That's a mindset. He's not, I guess you're meaning literally as if you were going to play week 1, but it's a mindset. Get ready for the battle that's taking place, the first battle. Get battle ready at that time. That's what he was trying to say there. And I think people are misconstruing that sentence where he said that Eli Manning's getting ready to have an outstanding year. By the way, these articles keep saying that he said Eli Manning's ready to have a great year. That's not what he said. There's a little Mandela effect going on right there, but he said Eli Manning's getting ready to have an outstanding year, and Daniel Jones is getting ready to play. Now, I know a couple weeks ago he said getting ready to play week 1, but he said all players. He wants all players to get ready for week 1, no matter if they're going to be a starter or backup. So, as far as Daniel Jones goes, yes, he wants Daniel Jones to be ready to play, but that is just a figure of speech or a play on words. He even said it here. He said, we're dancing around the words there. He's just dancing around the word. He wants, and then some idiotic reporter said,
well, that's impossible. How can Eli Manning get ready to have an outstanding year and Daniel Jones getting ready to play? I mean, that doesn't work.
Getting ready to play doesn't mean you're going to play, nimwit. So when you're saying Daniel Jones is getting ready to play could mean 2 years down there. It could be 15 years down the road. He doesn't need, just because he's getting ready to play doesn't mean he's going to play week 1. He's getting ready to play. So I want everybody to understand that. And so I'll read exactly what Pat Shurmur is saying here. I think we're going to play the very best player. Obviously, that's such a object. I mean, everybody uses that term. Everybody says that we're gonna play the best player. We're gonna draft the best player. La la la. And he says, I know we're dancing around the words there. Eli is getting ready to have a great year, and Daniel Jones is getting ready to play. We'll see what happens with it. We feel good about where Eli is. He's our starting quarterback, and we've got a young player that we think is going to be an outstanding player who is getting himself ready to play. That could mean absolutely anything. So the fact that people are just taking this to the bank and saying that Daniel Jones is going to start week 1 is absolutely insane. As much as I feel personally that Eli is past his prime and Daniel Jones should play sometime this season, I don't think Daniel Jones is going to play week 1. I think that's just asinine. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, they wouldn't have talk about extending him and actually giving him his full money and things like that if he's not going to play week 1. He already signed that signing bonus. He's already getting his money. Eli's getting his money. And they would have reconstructed the guy's contract if they really felt like they weren't going to start in week 1. And then somebody asked, just to be clear, does Shurmur view this as a open competition? Like, somebody asked him, like, is this an open competition? Is it going to be Eli versus Daniel Jones for week 1? He said, we're playing around the words again. I'm not trying to be cryptic about it. It is what I just said it is. Eli is getting ready to have an outstanding year, and Daniel Jones is getting ready to play. So, yes, I watched Chris's video, and yes, he's leaving it very open. He's leaving it very open to interpretation. He doesn't want to say, you know, Eli is the definitive starter. He's not going to say Daniel Jones has a chance, because if he gives the slightest hint and says Daniel Jones has a very good chance of starting or being the quarterback this year, I mean, the media is going to explode and just say Daniel Jones is the starter, Eli Manning's out of here, la la la, Eli Manning's gonna sit, all this stuff. So he's leaving it very open to interpretations. He doesn't want anybody to jump to conclusions yet, even though the media, the New York media, as predictable as they are, they jump to conclusions no matter what you give them. You give them an inch, they'll take a mile. So as far as that goes, bottom line, guys, Eli Manning is right now the starter. Yes, anything can happen, but Eli Manning is the starter right now. If I'm Pat Shurmur, this is what I'm saying. With all that he said there, that whole article, that whole interview, that press conference he gave, this is what he's saying. Eli Manning is our starter. Eli Manning is our starting quarterback. Daniel Jones, although he is very impressive, and I will not, you know, disrespect him in saying that he is the backup quarterback, I will give him the credit of saying he is competing. And I'm very impressed with what I see from the guy so far. Eli is our starting quarterback. If I'm being his translator, that's what he's trying to say there. So, all that being said, guys, I hope I cleared something in the air for you guys. I don't want you guys to jump to conclusions. I don't want you guys to read into what these New York media are saying. Watch the interviews, watch the press conference. You'll gather all your thoughts from there. Watch the body language. That's definitely a big factor when watching these press conferences. Although I'm not always right about it. I said things about Dave Gettleman that he wound up doing the opposite of. But as far as I know, with Pat Shurmur, I think Eli Manning is the starting quarterback. That's not going to change anything. But Daniel Jones is very impressive. He's very impressed with what he sees from Daniel Jones. And the future is looking bright so far for the rookie quarterback. With all that being said, for all Giants news and NFL news alike, I'm Kid Blue. And I will see you guys in the next video. See you guys later.